The story of the three wandering monks, spreading Buddha's wisdom. Long ago, in the lush valleys of ancient India, there lived three monks deeply inspired by the teachings of Gautama Buddha. Their names were Ananda, Kashin, and Dharmapala. Having studied under great masters and practiced meditation in the quiet forests, they felt a deep calling to share the wisdom of the Buddha and help people lead happier, more meaningful lives. The mission begins. The three monks decided to travel from village to village, teaching the principles of peace, compassion, and mindfulness. They believed that even the simplest teachings, if applied with sincerity, could transform the lives of ordinary people. Their journey began in a small, struggling village called Sapura, where poverty and conflicts were a daily reality. The monks entered the village barefoot, their saffron robes bright against the dusty streets. Villagers gathered curiously, wondering who these serene figures were. The first teaching, gratitude for the present moment. The monks sat under a large banyan tree in the village square, inviting everyone to join them. Kashin, the eldest monk, began to speak. Many of you are burdened by worries about food, family, and the future. But let us ask, how often do we pause to appreciate what we already have? He continued with a simple exercise. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Think about something in your life you are thankful for, however small it may be. Perhaps it's the smile of your child, the shade of this tree, or the kindness of a neighbor. The villagers hesitated, but gradually followed. As they opened their eyes, they looked visibly calmer. One farmer, who often quarreled with his neighbors over water, spoke up. I never thought about this. I've been so angry about what I lack that I forgot the joy of waking up to my family's laughter. The monks explained how gratitude shifts focus from scarcity to abundance, helping people feel more content and less envious. The second teaching, the power of compassion. Ananda, known for his gentle heart, stood to share the next teaching. Compassion is the foundation of a peaceful life, he said. When we see others as ourselves, we build bridges instead of walls. To illustrate his point, he told a parable. There was once a man who found a wounded bird. Though he had little, he cared for the bird until it could fly again. Years later, when famine struck, flocks of birds returned to his fields, eating pests and saving his crops. What you give to the world returns in its way. The villagers nodded, understanding the importance of kindness. Inspired, they decided to resolve their disputes. Families who had feuded for years began to speak to each other again. The third teaching, mindfulness in daily life. Dharmapala, the youngest monk, spoke next. Life's challenges often overwhelm us because we are lost in thoughts of the past or fears about the future. True peace lies in mindfulness, being fully present in each moment. He demonstrated this through a simple activity. Pick up a grain of rice, he instructed. Look at it closely. Feel its texture. Imagine the effort of the farmer who grew it, the rain and sun that nourished it. Now, when you eat your meal, be present with each bite. The villagers practiced this mindfulness exercise during their next meal. A weaver said, I never realized how much care went into the threads I use every day. It makes my work feel more meaningful. Lessons that spread like ripples. As days turned into weeks, the village transformed. Conflicts reduced as people practiced gratitude and compassion. Families worked together, mindful of each other's struggles. The village grew more prosperous as cooperation replaced division. The monks continued their journey, leaving behind a community united by the teachings of Buddha. They visited many other villages, sharing the same lessons and witnessing similar transformations. Core principles of the teachings. The monks' wisdom was rooted in core Buddhist principles. Dukkha, suffering, recognizing that suffering is part of life, but it can be eased through understanding and right action. Anicca, impermanence, embracing change and letting go of attachments. Karuna, compassion, cultivating empathy to reduce suffering for oneself and others. Mindfulness, living in the present moment, fully aware of one's thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. Scientific relevance of the teachings. Modern psychology echoes these ancient teachings. Gratitude is linked to improved mental health and relationships. Compassion practices boost emotional resilience and social harmony. Mindfulness meditation is proven to reduce stress, enhance focus, and improve well-being. The end of the journey. Years later, the monks returned to Sakpura. They found the once struggling village flourishing. People welcomed them warmly, sharing how their teachings had brought happiness and purpose to their lives. As the monks sat under the same banyan tree, Kashin reflected, true happiness doesn't come from material wealth, but from harmony within and among us. And so, the monks continued their journey, spreading light wherever they went, showing that the teachings of Buddha were not just for monks in monasteries, but for every person seeking a peaceful, joyful life. This story reminds us that even small actions, like expressing gratitude, showing compassion, and practicing mindfulness, can create ripples of transformation. Buddha's wisdom is timeless, offering practical tools for modern life. Let us walk this path together, one step at a time. Folded hands,